Hello guys, it's Steven here and welcome back to another China phone unboxing, and today we're going to have a look at something very interesting. So I have here the latest outdoor phones from Digoor or Digoor, I have no idea how you pronounce that, but basically it's spelled like this, Digoor. It's my first phone from this brand. I'm not sure if this brand is new or whatever, but it looks very promising. So basically some cheap Chinese outdoor phones, and if you know me, if you follow me for a longer time, you know I like guns, I like outdoor stuff, I like military equipment like radios, CB, and the cool thing is about those outdoor phones, they have a walkie talkie function, they have a huge battery, they are almost indestructible. Like you can overroll them with a car, you can just drown them in water, and that's a really cool thing because you can get those things for only about 130 to 150 bucks. So well, today we just do the unboxing, and in the next days you can just suggest what I should do with them. I want to overroll them with my car first. If they survive, I'm going to overroll them with my tractor. It weighs around 4 tons, so that's 4,000 kilograms. Let's see if it will survive that too. Then I want to drop them from, I don't know, from a tree or whatever. Then I want to probably shoot them with, just with some soft air, because if I would shoot them with 9mm, that would just make some big hole into the phone, and I don't want to waste those beautiful phones. No, actually they're not beautiful, but they have some very nice functions, which I want to tell you today. So yeah, let's get directly started and let's talk a little bit about the specs of the phones. Alright guys, so Digoor or Digoor, however you pronounce that, they just came up with 2 smartphones. So we have here the smaller one, it's the Dg1 Plus, and here we have the bigger one, which is the Dg2 Plus. But they are very similar, just the specs are a little bit different. The price is €130 right now for the Dg1 Plus and 150 for the Dg2 Plus. So if you compare that with some outdoor phones in my country which are 300 or more, then this is a really good price. But let's talk a little bit about the specs. Now you see that's a really huge brick, and yeah, it's actually just 4 inches, so the display, it's 4 inch and 480 x 800 pixels. Very low resolution, but honestly it's an outdoor phone, so you don't need to have a full HD display. Then it comes with a walkie talkie function. That's probably the best thing. So you have an antenna included, which you can just screw into the top of the phone, and then you can use 400 MHz walkie talkie. Unfortunately, this is no CB radio or whatever, but normal walkie talkie function, I mean, that's a cool thing if you have more of those devices in a team or whatever. Okay, now it's also waterproof, so IP68, that means you can drown it into the pool for an hour or something like that, it won't break down. So not like IP65 on the Cubot, where it breaks down when you just drown it for 10 seconds. Then it runs the MTK6582, so it's a quad core. And I would say the performance, it's definitely okay for that small phone. I mean, it's an outdoor phone, you don't really need an octa-core or something like that in that thing here, so I would just take it for camping and honestly not as a main phone. But well, it's also shock-proof, it's actually indestructible, at least they say that, but I'm definitely going to test all that. It supports quad-band GSM, quad-band WCDMA, no 4G, 1GB of RAM plus 8GB of ROM, 5MP main camera and 2MP front-facing camera, which should be right over here. But we'll have a look at that soon. And it runs Android 4.4 straight out of the box. I mean, that's a very cool thing for an outdoor phone, and yeah, that's basically it. You can also remove the back cover. That's what we'll do a little bit later, and in there you can find also 2 SIM card slots and 1 SD card slot. Then here we have the bigger model, so that's the Dg2 Plus. It's also running Android 4.4, then it's a 5-inch display, so we can quickly compare that. You see it's a little bit bigger, just a little bit. And it also comes with 1GB of RAM plus 8GB of ROM, so very similar specs, but the display, it's 1280 x 720 pixels. It looks way better, but it's also heavier. By the way, the battery in this one here, it's 2800, and in this one here 3200, so also they made the battery bigger because we have a bigger display, which also needs more power. Well, the rest is very similar. The camera is a bit better, it's 8 megapixels instead of 5, and yeah, it also supports the walkie talkie function, and it's also waterproof, IP68 and shockproof. Okay guys, so that are basically the main specs, which you can also find down below in the description, and let's unbox both devices, shall we? Guys, there we go. First of all, let's unbox the Digoor, or however that thing is called, Dg1 Plus. It's a smaller one, as you can see, and the build quality at the first look, it looks really good, way better than the build quality of the Doogee phones I've had so far, because Doogee also makes some outdoor phones. Here you can see IP68 specification, and there we go, let's open up the box. Here we have some foam, here the cardboard plate, and under that plate we have all the accessories, so let's go and let's check them out. First of all, here we have the user manual, and well, it comes only in English, and it basically explains a lot on how to use all the functions. And well, opening Wi-Fi, yeah, that's only in English, but yeah, it also explains how to use the radio, and that's a good thing, because actually that's a bit complicated. Okay, here you can see how it looks with the antennas attached, and here we have some more accessories, like the USB cable. One thing I want to say about it is that the USB connector is very long, so you cannot charge the phone with a normal USB connector. You definitely need that special cable, and if it breaks down, yeah, you need to get exactly that cable, or at least one micro USB cable which comes with a very long connector. I tried to charge it overnight with another cable I have here, and it was not charging, and now it's empty, so I just noticed, hey, it's not charging. And that's the only bad thing, so the design could probably be a little bit better. Okay, here we have a headset, and it looks like some generic China phone headset, so I've seen that on a lot of China phones. Basically here the remote, as you can see, we have some in-ears. Quality, yeah, what do you expect? It's a, I don't know, $2 or $3 headset, but it does the job and it works, and yeah, I will test this here in my full review. Now, what do we have here? Yeah, well, the charger. Now, the charger looks a lot like a Samsung charger, so like the ones you get with clones. And it outputs here 1 amp, 5 volts. And well, here you can see the USB port. Looks actually okay, probably not the best quality, very lightweight. And yeah, it comes at least with the correct power socket connector for my country. That's really important for me. Okay, then there we go. Here we have the radio antenna, so for the Walkie Talkie function it's 400 megahertz, so I guess 400 to 450 or something like that. And basically you can just open up the phone at the top and then attach the antenna. And yeah, you see it's very flexible and looks kind of nice. So that's basically everything you can find inside of the package of the DG1 Plus. Then now guys, let's go and let's check out the DG2. So here we go, here's the Dg2 Plus. The DG1 is still charging, had some issues with the battery calibration, but everything fixed now. But first of all, let's check out here the Dg2 Plus. The front display really black when it's turned off, looking good. It's really heavy, you could definitely kill somebody with that phone, but it's really stable, so you can do everything, you can drop it. And I'm really looking forward to the hardcore test in the next days. Also the display, well, scratch resistant. I can stab it here with my knife, probably you can hear that. And there's really nothing. Also, you don't see any LCD flinching if you just press very hard on the screen. So I guess we have here a very thick glass, actually. I don't know, 2 glass plates. So I really don't know how it looks from the inside. But probably if it breaks down in the next days during my tests, we can just take it apart to check it out. Okay, capacitive touch buttons. At the top we have here the speaker, and I don't see any sensors right now. But here we have the front-facing camera, yellow frame around it. Looks a lot like a transformer. Here, the bottom side, you can see that there's a back plate, and you can remove that back plate. There's a seal inside, and you have to unscrew the 2 flathead screws here at the bottom, and then you can basically just lift off the back plate, which I will do a little bit later, because unscrewing the screws here takes some time, and I don't want to do this in front of the camera. Here at the top, 8 megapixel rear camera, LED flash, that yellow, well, frame or whatever around the device. It really looks a lot like a transformer phone or something like that. And if you want to open that phone completely, you just have to unscrew all the screws there, so some Torx screws or star screws, however you call that, and then you can basically separate the case parts. Okay, you see the frame made out of rubber, so we have a lot of those rubber bumpers, and this is really shock resistant, and it absorbs almost everything, so we'll definitely drop it from the 2nd floor or something like that on the ground, and we'll see if it survives that. Okay, yeah, then let's quickly turn it on. I want to show you what happens when you turn it on, really funny. First of all, you can see the Dg2 logo boot animation, and then it plays some damn nice Christmas music. And it's O Tannenbaum for my German friends. Seriously, that's so retarded. Why do they do that? Yeah, but That's just the boot animation. When you shut it down, you hear the same sound. But you can remove that if it's too annoying for you, but well, I don't really care about it, but I just thought it's really funny. Okay, now the display looks really good. It's a 720p display, and honestly I have to say, it doesn't look bad at all. Nice viewing angles, nice colors, so this is probably IPS. Okay, then now I quickly want to show you some close-ups. Alright, so I've just removed the back cover here, as you can see, so basically you just unscrew the two screws, then you can just lift it off, and in there's a seal and some warning message, so always make sure that it's completely closed, otherwise it's not waterproof anymore. Alright, so this is how it looks from the inside. The battery is removable, so let's get it out of the device. And the battery is looking really massive, and it says here 3800 mAh, so this could definitely be true because this battery is really heavy and also really massive if you check it out. Charging voltage maximum 4.2 volts, 3800 mAh, and it's a 3.7 lithium-ion battery. Looks good so far. Why do we see the foil here from the inside? Well, I don't know. Maybe also some contact. Okay, so that's the battery, guys, and here you can see how the phone looks from the inside. So model number IMEIs, because it's a dual SIM, dual standby phone. Then here we have this the SD card slot. Here we have SIM card slot 1, it's a big SIM card slot, and here we have SIM card slot 2, which is a micro SIM card slot. Okay, so far so good. Here the battery pins, and that's the whole phone from the inside. So you can put in 2 SIM cards and 1 micro SD card up to at least 32 gigs, I think. Okay, and there we go. Let's reattach the battery. Then you can just reattach the back cover like this. It snaps in, and then you have to press it down, take the tool, and screw the screws back in. And that's what I will do right now, and then let's have a look at some buttons and other close-ups. So here's a close-up of the top. Here we have the front-facing camera, it should be 5 megapixels. Then here we have the light and proximity sensor, in the middle the speaker, as you can see, and that's basically everything here. The display, it looks actually kind of sharp. It's a 720p display, and the glass here, it's really thick, and you can press even very hard on the screen. There's no LCD flincing, so I guess it's a massive glass plate. Here at the bottom you can see we have the microphone, it's also waterproof, and here we have the capacitive touch buttons, but so far as I can see there is no backlight on them. Maybe you can find that in the settings, because it looks like they would actually have backlight because it's kind of transparent, but I haven't checked it out so far. Then here on the frame you can see we have here a flap for the 3.5mm headphone jack and for the micro USB port, so let's see if I can open that. I hate such flaps, but you need them, otherwise it wouldn't be waterproof. Okay, so you can see there's a massive seal here inside, and here we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, and here the micro USB port, but you see it's deep in there, so you have to use the supplied USB cable, otherwise the phone is not charging at all. Then here we have some massive rubber bumpers, and on this side of the frame we have a button, and that's the torch button. I can show you that. And the LED flash, it's really strong, so that looks absolutely nice. I don't want to look into it because it's really strong. SOS button, so this basically calls the ambulance. You can also edit the function of it. Here we have the push to talk Walkie Talkie function. Then here at the top we have the flap for the antenna, so let me quickly open it up. And there we go, some nice thread in here, as you can see, so we'll later screw in the antenna. Here at the top also the power button to shut it on and off. Then what do we have here? So here the plus and minus button for the volume rockers. Here a camera button, and here we have a reset button. Very good thing, because just imagine the phone hangs up twice a day. You would have to unscrew it all the time to get the battery out and in, and that absolutely sucks. And also it's not good for the sealing inside. So basically you just press the button to reset the phone, and now we're once again here back on the bottom. Okay, that's basically it. Then now let me quickly attach the antenna. Let's see how that looks like. And here's the phone with the antenna attached, and you have an app on the phone, so that's basically the Walkie Talkie app, and it works between, I guess, 400 and 450 megahertz. So let's try to set something below that, like 25. And there we go, save. You see, 400 to 480 megahertz, that's the walkie-talkie frequency. Okay, so you see, it's also waterproof here with the antenna at the top, so that shouldn't actually affect the waterproof function. And this is how it looks now. It's a full working walkie-talkie, so pretty cool thing. Okay, we can also quickly have a look at Android, but just the basic functions, because I don't want that this video gets too long. So boys and girls, there we go, we're now in Android Kitkat on the DG2. And it feels really smooth, I didn't expect that, so usually the MTK6582 doesn't perform so well, but honestly, yeah, there's absolutely no lag in the launcher, the UI really smooth and very basic. Then let's quickly go to the settings and let's check out what we can find here. So here under About the Phone, you can see it's running Android 4.4.2, so probably the latest version you will ever see on that phone. And I don't think that there will be a Lollipop update because it's an old chipset and also it's an outer phone, so why would you need Lollipop? And it only comes with 1GB of RAM, but it's running really smoothly on KitKat. Now we have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, we have also GPS right over here. Then let's go here to more, and this is interesting. So this phone comes with NFC. Nice thing, it also even supports Android Beam and all that. So really cool, because most of the China phones with MTK chipset, they come with hot knots. That's some MTK feature which isn't compatible with NFC and absolutely sucks in my opinion. Let's have a look at storage, and here we can see it comes with one big partition, another nice thing. So you have about 5.3GB of usable space. That's nice so far, and it's one big partition. But you can also extend the internal memory by just using a microSD card. Oh, well, that was storage. Then here we have the battery stats. I cannot tell you anything about the battery right now because I haven't used the phone a lot. Apps running in the background, that can be interesting. Only 340 megabytes used, and that's not even 50%. That's probably why the phone is so smooth. So not a lot background processors, and that means actually we have a lot of free RAM. Not really a lot, but 600 megabytes, and you can also run some applications. You can basically also play some simple games on that phone. Location, that's GPS. We had a look at apps, and yeah, that are basically all the functions here. We can also quickly check out the applications on the smartphone. So here are the basic applications you can find on almost every Android phone. The camera so far at the first look, well, there we have this tutorial. So let's quickly skip all that so we can have a look at oh no, I hate that tutorial. Why? Zoom in, zoom out, yeah. So far the camera at the first look, in preview here, well, close-ups look always good, but I will definitely bring you a full camera test in my review, which will come the next days, and also upload some sample pictures. Yeah, camera, FM, radio, the usual stuff. And here we have an NFC scanner, so NFC is really working, that's no fake feature. And we also have here the Walkie Talkie application, so push to talk app. And here in the settings you can also set the frequency. Why is here 25? Let's try to set that, save. Oh well, you need a frequency between 440, 480, so that's the walkie-talkie band. And yeah, looking really good. You can set the frequency on your own between 400 and 480, so on which frequency you want to communicate. And that is basically everything you can find here on the smartphone. Well, also SOS set, so that's basically here the tool for the SOS button. And you can just put in here the emergency number you want to call when you press the button. Really funny thing, actually. Alright, that's the DG2 here with the antenna, as you can see, so it's now really huge. And it also, yeah, supports now the walkie-talkie function. So guys, that's it, that's the DG2, and let's go now and let's have a look at the DG1. So ladies and gentlemen, there we go, here comes the DG1, and just like the DG2, it's IP68, waterproof, shockproof, dustproof, whatever. And if you have a look at the glass, you can see it a little bit better. This seems to be very thick, so I guess 3 up to 4 millimeters, and yeah, it's scratch resistant. We can just try it. You see it doesn't break, it absorbs all the shocks, no scratches on the display, so it seems to be very resistant. Okay, the resolution, it's lower, it's, I don't know, 960 times 840 or something like that, but also the display is only 4 inches. So there's not a huge difference in the pixel density, and also that, that resolution on that small display, it looks kind of sharp. Not a huge difference to the DG2. Here at the bottom you have capacitive touch buttons, back button, home button, menu button, here microphone, at the top we have the speaker, front-facing camera, light and proximity sensor, we can quickly check that out a little bit later. Once again we have a shock-absorbing rubber frame. And here on the back side we have the Digoor DG1 logo, IP68 specification, 5 megapixel rear camera, LED flash. Here the speaker, which I forgot to say on the DG2, so it's actually right from the camera, also on the DG2. And well, that's basically it. Now let's remove the back cover, let's check out how it looks from the inside, and then once again let me give you some close-ups of the device. The DG1 looks also very similar to the DG2 from the inside, so here you can see it, and that's the back cover with the warning that you always should close it, and this is how it looks like. Then let's quickly remove the battery, and the battery says here 3200. I think I did read 2800 in the datasheet, but well, battery says 3200, so we'll believe it for now. The battery is really thick and heavy, so I guess the capacity could definitely be correct. Doesn't say anything about the production date, or at least I can't read it. And we can see here 3200 milliamps, and here we have 4.2 volts, and yeah, it's a 3.7 volt lithium-ion battery pack. Now this is how the phone looks from the inside. So here we have SIM card slot 2, then here we have SIM card slot 1, it's a micro SIM card slot, and here we have the micro SD card slot, which you can flip up like this. 2 IMEIs because it's a dual SIM, dual standby phone, and well, that's basically it. This is how the phone looks from the inside. Then now let me reattach the battery pack, and there we go. Now the back cover. And now let me give you some close-ups of the frame and the buttons. Just like the DG2, the DG1 also comes with flaps here to seal the micro USB port and the 3.5mm headphone jack, as you can see. So you see the headphone jack is actually deep in here, so it won't work with all the headsets. So you have to be a little bit careful by choosing a headset here for that phone. Okay, now the rubber bumpers, they look pretty good. Here's the SOS button. Then here we have the push to talk button, so for the walkie talkie function. Here we have the reset button if the device hangs up. Then here at the top we have the power button, as you can see, and here basically we have the flap for the antenna. We can quickly open it up, if I can do that. Man, I really hate those flaps. And, oh come on. And there we go, so here's the thread, as you can see. So basically the same like on the DG2. Okay, then here we have the volume rockers. They feel actually okay to press, but not so good like on other phones. Well, it's an auto phone. And here the camera button if you quickly want to take a shot of anything. Okay, that's basically it. So here you can also see the bottom microphone, and that's the whole DG1. So now let's attach the antenna, and then let's have a quick look at the phone in Android Kitkat. And here's the DG1 with the antenna, as you can see, so it looks actually the same like the DG2, and we're now here in Android on the phone. Now it also feels kind of smooth, so same processor, then same amount of memory and RAM, so just the display is actually smaller and has a lower resolution. But the chipset is the same, so same applications here, and let's see if this one here is also running Kitkat. I guess yes, so there shouldn't be a difference. Let's go here to about the phone. No, not to USB debugging. Well, the font is kind of small, and here we can confirm this is Kitkat, so probably the latest version on that thing here. And let's have a look at the settings. So if this phone also comes with NFC, yes it does. Here we have the NFC function, that's a pretty good thing. We have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, we have GPS, here we have storage, it comes with 8 gigs, same amount of free memory. And also here in apps running in the background, we probably have the same amount of free memory because both are straight out of the box. Well, here it's even less, so not many background apps, 230 megabytes only used. Very good optimization of Android Kitkat on that phone. Okay, let's have a look at the menu, and font is kind of small, a little bit harder to read. I would definitely prefer the bigger version actually. And clock, blah blah blah. So here we have the NFC scanner once again. Push to talk, SOS, so basically nothing new. So the main difference between those two phones is actually that this one here comes with an orange frame around it. Maybe the camera, because of the white balance, doesn't see that so good, but it's actually orange. Also here the back, and the DG2 it's a little bit more yellow. So doesn't look a lot like Bumblebee, but it's still a nice phone though. Oh yeah, we're now here at the end of this first look and unboxing video. So far I really like those auto phones. I absolutely like the walkie talkie function. Hello, test, 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 test. And it works really kind of nice, so nice function. And I'm looking forward to the full review. I want to bring you some range tests, some hardcore stability tests, water tests, and so on. So just leave a comment down below in the comment box, whatever you want to see in the full review, and I will see what I can do. Okay guys, then thank you so much for watching. All in all, that fucking phone is really nice. Okay, I just drowned it, but I think it should be waterproof, and you will see the result of that in my full review. So thanks for watching, guys, have a nice day, and bye bye, see ya.